Okay. We are back with some Forza. For a little bit anyway. It's going to be a short morning stream, and then I'm hopefully going to come back for some nighttime streaming. All right. Where did I leave off? I think I need to actually... tweak my audio in this game. What's your favorite part about this game so far? The exploration. That's, yeah, just being able to, you know, look at awesome scenery while racing cars and... variety of things to do. Just... every time I've played a Forza game, there's always been just so much to do. There's just exploration, stunts, races of all, you know, rally races, road races, cross country, you name it. I mean, it's just lets you do so many different things. Islam, hello, hello. I want to earn points for...
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn right.
the DeLorean unlock.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Multiplayer with my friends yet in this? No, I did in the last game. How's the volume of the game?
Turn left.
Because the last stream I know it was too low.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
It's fine, not overbearing. Happy to share this good news. I'm getting a new PC by mid-December. Nice!
In 400 yards,
That must be exciting.
turn right.
That new PC smell.
Turn right. In 400 yards, turn right.
Lower sounds for hearing health. Yeah. It's just, I noticed in my last stream of Forza, for whatever reason, the in-game volume was really quiet. Like, you could barely hear it. $5,900X, RX 6800 XT, 64 gigs. What's the first game you're gonna play on it?
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Scratch my paint. Age of Empires. You're like, Monopoly. Like, oh.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Yeah, I was looking at Age 4 the other day,
Turn left.
but I'm starting to get overwhelmed by games. It's like I was saying, you either have no games to play or too many to play. Like right now, I'm really enjoying Halo. Also enjoying Forza. Battlefield is potentially on the menu, but it's having a lot of issues.
In 400 yards, turn right.
And yeah, I've been keeping up on all the reports and the reviews and the videos and the live streams of it. I've been talking to friends about it, and it's just having way too many problems. Some people are having fun with it, but there are too many people that aren't. So it's, unless I do a Xbox like Game Pass thing for it or something, for like
Arrived at your destination.
or an EA Play. Well, if you get the Microsoft Game Pass for $1, I think you can try it for 10 hours because you also get EA Play through the Microsoft Game Pass, or whatever it's called, Xbox Game Pass. And so that gives you like a 10-hour trial, which would probably be the most logical, safe bet. Austin, hello. Crazy week in gaming so far. Forza, BF, Halo. Yeah, and it's insane. It's just when it rains, it pours. Game documentaries and the cinematics look absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Age, and it's been a long time since I've played an RTS, so it's on my wish list. Halo grabbed me more than Battlefield. Been loving it. Halo's been fantastic. It's a breath of fresh air. You know it's good when the only complaint is the fact that the battle pass is too grindy. Like, that's the only complaint so far that in the community and even from me. The gameplay is solid. I think it could use some more optimization, but, it's still early. I can only use these or buy a recommended car. I like the Portal 1942 maps and game types. The Portal thing seems like the coolest feature about Battlefield. The fact that I was watching somebody actually, they were running a custom server, and they were able to modify all the rules. Like they could lower the time to kill, they could make it more realistic and stuff like that. And that really interested me more than the normal game itself. I think the Portal is cooler than the base game. I think that the communities can come up with a variety of amazing game types. Because the core Battlefield 2042 experience doesn't look that good to me, but I think what people can mod, or not really mod, but you know what I mean, like if with tweaking server settings, I think that's the selling point to Battlefield. I guess I could just try to use one of the cars I have. Still on my 10-hour trial, EA Pass. Only playing the 1942 mode. Have you done a tandem drift yet? I can barely do a solo drift. I need to get an extension for my... I have a really weird headphone setup because it goes into my voiceover booth and the cable extension isn't long enough. Well, it's just long enough. Oh, I'm not going to win this race. It's raining and it's this car. And these cars are way faster than mine. Catching some of them, but... Oh, and there's off-road? Yeah, I need a rally car. I need like a... This is not the right car. This is like a road car. Yeah, I can... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. We need something different. We need a completely different car. Will you stream the new DayZ update? I don't know if I want to stream DayZ. I've thought about it, but I'm just not sure it's a good idea.
Yards. Turn right. Turn right.
So I guess it won't let me use my existing car, so I guess I have to use...
You have arrived at your destination.
So I guess the only thing I can do is buy a recommended car. And probably want to go with something that's all-wheel drive. This is all it's letting me choose. The only choice is... This one says this is 2010, 2015. I don't know. I'm not gonna say no to DayZ. It might be a fun nostalgia stream. You know, that's what I was thinking. The S209 unlocked today on the car pass, and it's awesome. If only I knew what that was. I'll have to check it out. I don't know if this car is going to get the job done. Because it's not upgraded at all. Oops, sorry, excuse me. That was messy. But yeah, I'm still kind of considering, you know, like what games to play. So I don't want to say absolutely no to anything. Unless it's Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Although, no, just kidding. That's terrible. Fail. Fail. I could rewind. But I don't like rewinding. I don't think I'm going to catch these other guys. I think there's going to be a hot fix today. Or maybe there already was one, I don't know. No. It's Fish FPS bot. Oops. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, this thing needed to be upgraded to compete with the other cars. Now I'm getting passed by this guy too. Subaru STI S209. What upcoming games are on your list? Well, there's the Halo Infinite campaign. That's going to be an instant purchase. Trying to think of what else is. I mean, I have Age of Empires 4 on my Steam wish list. I have probably some older games too. Still considering Battlefield, but I'm not in a hurry to grab it unless we just do a, the Game Pass strategy. I don't know. What else? What else is there? STI to S209 2019. Man, that looks badass. Where is it? Is it in my garage? I have the 2015. Do I need to like download it somehow? Me and my brother used to regularly watch your 2012 DayZ mod videos. I know you got a bit sick of it in the end, though. Yeah, I did. Honestly, brilliant content at the time. Yeah, I appreciate that so many people were able to see that. But yeah, I remember. I think I always recall doing about 30 or so videos, and then it just started getting kind of frustrating. Pro mod and V Rising. Cyberdyne, howdy. It's going all right. Has a crazy wide body kit. I gotta figure out how to claim it. I went into the car pass and then I hit continue and then it just does. I mean, it's right there. Select, back, sort, filter, jump to manufacturer, toggle stats. Select. Already purchased. This content has already been purchased. Well, where is it? I have to go to the auto show. I have a lot of money. Yeah, do I? That's a sexy car. Yeah, I had to go to the auto show to buy it for, well, claim it for free.
¿Qué onda, amigo? I went to a drag race meetup last night and I talked to some mecanicos about the latest rumors. I think you're gonna like this one.
Yeah, I like this car. This might be my daily driver. I probably would have never known it was available if you didn't tell me. Thank you. Oh, you can put a kit on it? I kind of like the way it looks already. I wonder if it's going to look to fall. Let's see. What do I got to do? I got to go back to the... to one of my houses, I guess. Yeah, the car pass tells you. Yeah, I just haven't been paying attention. I do have to keep an eye on, I'm good. I have to keep an eye on the time. So I have like a meeting in a few hours. It's only 11:30. It's at like 2, so it's fine. Let's see. So conversions body kit. That is pretty crazy looking. Makes it so aggressive. What does it do though? It puts the stats to kills your speed, gives you braking, off-road performance, and handling. Anybody playing this with a wheel and pedals? Not I. I imagine somebody would. I heard that people were having some issues with their racing wheels. I know people used to play the last Forza with them without a problem, but I've heard that some people are having issues with this one. I don't know if they're gonna... Well, obviously they're gonna try to resolve it. It's a freaking racing game, but I just don't know when. Cool Blue Jay. How's the stream so far? Pretty good. Just it's still early. Just started. How you doing? Strongly prefer the default look. Yeah, I mean this is cool, but it might be a bit too busy for me, you know? It might be a... I like it, but I think I kind of prefer the stock look. So what is this, 689 B class? I think most of my rally cars I end up A rating. I'd probably make it like an A800 or something. Makes the track wider, so I think that's why it increases stats, maybe downforce too. I think you can add wider tires with the kit than without too. More power! I'm trying to think. I guess it depends on what you're racing it in if you want to put different upgrades on it. It's cool that this is the first time they ever made it so that when you change when you upgrade your car, it changes the sound. Let's see if we can just give it a top tier B rating. Just a reminder, I've been subbed since the Give 'em Hellcat video you did in World of Tanks from then to now. Yeah, that was a long time ago, many moons ago. I appreciate many of you staying subscribed for so long. Obviously, I haven't been uploading much content, so I do feel bad about that. But, you know, careers and whatnot. That puts us at an even 700B. Let's go. That guy's off-road. World of Tanks days were mint. They were. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing World of Tanks when it was good, but you know, I did a poll on the YouTube channel in the community section, and I said, you know, what do you think of World of Tanks gameplay right now? I said, and the poll options were good, bad, and the ugly. You know, that's the old Clint Eastwood movie. Most of the votes went towards ugly. And I've been back to it. Like, I think I played it maybe a year and a half ago, and it was just, it was lacking balance. It was, Artie was still annoying. Premium tanks were kind of becoming more pay to win. There's just so many tanks that there's not a lot of balance in general. So it was, you know, a frustrating and disappointing experience. Because it's not that I'm tired of it, it's more that it's just hard to like, you know? Like, I wish it was great. I would play it, I would reinstall it, you know, if it was... You know, if 90% of my community said, dude, it's awesome, you gotta come back, it's better than ever, I'd be like, all right, I'm installing. But most of my community is not telling me that. So, and I'm also basing that on the fact that I played it like a year and a half ago, so. Manuel, howdy. Just catching up on the chat. Not the same, I agree. I don't know what that was about. I have to go to the presentation of our national airline. Oh, interesting. War Thunder. I used to play War Thunder all the time. Is it any better? You know, I was really enjoying the War Thunder naval battles, which I think is like the least popular mode in the game. Unveiling a new livery and stuff. Oh, wow. Which airline is it? Brussels airline. You better let me. It's recommending those, but screw that. I'm taking my new car. I installed a viewer number counter on my stream deck, but it's been stuck at 8 for like the entire stream. How many people are here? 16. All right, well, it's off a bit. Not that it matters. Well, now 13. Never mind. You know, the funny thing, I was looking at my subscriber numbers, and supposedly people have unsubscribed since I came back to streaming. I think we lost like 700 subscribers like the day I started my stream. It started going down. People are like, oh, this guy's back? Why am I still subbed to this idiot? I'm out of here. I couldn't help but laugh. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy thinks rubbing is racing. Or racing is rubbing. What's the saying? Yellow. I shouldn't pay attention to chat just yet. I'll be back. The major downside to streaming racing games. Not exactly what I was looking for. And dead. Ovidia, hello. Hello, hello. Norvilo, hello. Yellow. War Thunder, I wonder though. We were talking about War Thunder. That might be an option if it's... I'll have to ask around about how that one's doing. The problem, a lot of free-to-plays that are based on unlock systems that have non-cosmetic progression, they tend to get progressively worse because the way they make money is by adding more vehicles, and the more vehicles you have in a game, the more unbalanced the game can become. War Thunder would be fun. I'll put it on the list of considerations. You have such a good voice. You should definitely do voiceover work for feature films or video games. Well, I appreciate that, but I have. I've done that's my other job, sort of. I'm in between gigs. Jamo, hello. Yeah, I've done some voice acting for MechWarrior Online, MechWarrior 5, a couple other games, Warlock 2, Ghost Runner. I did a little small, had a little small part in that. Some audio dramas. I have a website that has my demo reel on it. Yeah, I love voice acting is a lot of fun. Oh, is this only S class? Oh wait, what's... Oh, I can take whatever I want. In which case, I'm gonna take this again. Been following since 2012. Glad to see you back on YouTube again. It's been great to be back. Honestly, just the number one thing about it is just being able to speak with you guys. Just have community discussions in real time. That's always my favorite part of being a content creator, is chatting. Really, it's just we have so many cool discussions about games and the industry and whatever. Food. But yeah, my web, SideStrafe.com, will take you to my voiceover stuff as well. If people are curious about my demos or want to hear stuff that I've done. But no, I missed... I was streaming on Twitch for a while. I needed a break earlier. But I'm much preferring streaming on YouTube because for one, you know, I already have the channel over here. And it's nice to see familiar faces, or names, I should say. And the video quality is way better on YouTube than on Twitch. And you can leave the VODs up in case people can't catch the streams, and they get the same quality as if you were to watch a normally uploaded video. I broke too much there. Mi scusi. Catch up after I finish this race here. Oops. It's great that you're back. Yeah, it's been nice. You know, I'm kind of just, I keep telling people I'm still sort of testing the YouTube waters to see what we can do in regard to possibly revitalizing the channel. Kind of depends on, I don't know, people showing up. We'll see. Forza X Midnight Club when? Aw? Yes, black knee-high socks. That's what I always wanted out of a racing game. Brother and I used to watch your DayZ series with Elbrook. So many good memories. Yeah, that was some good times as well. Inside the car view is pretty cool. Yeah, I do. I like driving inside the car sometimes. SoundCloud? I don't really use SoundCloud anymore. There were some voiceover demos on there, but they're sort of out of date. Most of my new stuff is on my website, SideStrafe.com, or under my real name, which actually SideStrafe.com forwards to... It'll just forward to the other website URL. Nice to see you regularly streaming again. The only YouTuber that I have notifications on for. Oh! Well, I appreciate that. That's indeed a compliment. Speaking of, I know that's kind of one of the things that's changed a lot since I've been away. If you go to the YouTube channel, or even maybe on the stream here, there's a bell. And you have to click on the bell to get notifications. There's the Windows sound, the Windows shutdown sound. So if you want to guarantee that you get notified about these streams or videos, then hitting that bell is the way to go. Otherwise, if you're subscribed to like 100 YouTube channels, I might get buried. But, you know, only if you feel like it. No pressure. Notifications with standards. Maybe. Channel's been a bit messy kind of figuring out this live streaming. Because there's like live streaming on YouTube is a bit more clunky than Twitch. The bell on for the algorithm. God, let me tell you guys, the YouTube algorithm, I'm almost afraid to speak ill of it. It might detect that I've done so and then penalize the channel. You have to play, you know, it's one thing to make videos. It's a whole other thing to try to game the algorithm. You have to upload the right kind of content with the right frequency. You know, sometimes it has to be a certain length, or you have to make sure that you've got, you know, a good thumbnail. And a friend of mine told me that, I don't know how true this is, I don't actually have any factual evidence of this, but I've been told that if you put links in your description to outside sources, like let's say you said, oh, also check me out on, you know, Twitch or something, and you put that in the description, that YouTube can detect that and say, hey, what are you doing sending people away from the website, you know? And that it might penalize you. I don't know if that's true. A friend of mine seems to think that it is, and I wouldn't put it past them. Just based on certain things, because I used to tell people, when I was streaming on Twitch, I used to upload notifications to YouTube to notify people that I was on Twitch. And I noticed that my channel was starting to suffer in other ways. And so I wouldn't put it past them to try to pull something like that. But needless to say, I think if I continue to stream on a regular basis, I think I'm done with Twitch. Just based on the video quality alone on YouTube. I would like if my notifications even worked. Yeah, I've been told, I have friends that have the notifications turned on and they're like, you were streaming today? I didn't get a notification. It's like SideStrafe. It's sentient, yeah. Omnipotent. Barn find. A lot of big YouTubers put their social links. Social's not a big problem.
Ah, definitely a classic camioneta. Ford F100.
Camioneta?
Let's take you back.
Is that the Sanford and Son truck? Bum 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 bwana. Bum bum bwana bwana dun.
I haven't worked on one of these since I was 10. I'll call you when it's done.
Social media, I don't think is a big issue. I think it's mostly competing services. So if you were to link to Twitch, right, which is their direct competitor in streaming, then it could potentially detect that. Again, I'm not saying that that's true, but I wouldn't put it past them. I think it's more, though, it's stuff like frequency. Oh, you didn't upload for a year? We hate you. You know, you didn't, you know, you're uploading something that nobody cares about? Meh, whatever. You know, it's not a cat video. Get out of here, you know. Don't get me wrong. I love cat videos. But I just don't think I'll be making them. Or maybe I should. Feels like I haven't heard your voice in ages. Probably haven't. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. Cat videos with standards. It's tough though now. I mean, when I started YouTube, it was the Wild West, you know? There's so many channels now. There's millions of people on the platform, and like when I was doing it, most people still had like day jobs. The percentage of full-time YouTubers was like very, very slim to none. Especially with gaming, because you couldn't monetize gaming videos. And it was very difficult to get a partnership. It was a mystery. Like there was no science behind it. Like now it tells you to become a partner, you have to get like 1,000 subscribers, have like 4,000, a certain amount of hours of video views and things. Like it tells you in the dashboard. But back in the day, it was a mystery. There was no information on it. They wouldn't tell you. It was just like, I don't know, maybe you'll get lucky. And back then they wanted original content, which meant you couldn't film video games. It had to be content you owned, so you had to be filming things with a camera. And videos were limited to like 15 minutes, you know, if you had a non-partner channel. So we were always strategizing how to make 15-minute videos. Oh man. 1080p was a brand new concept. Most When I got on, most everybody was uploading 720p video. Darren87, good to see you back. We miss you on YouTube. Yeah, it's been good to be back. I mean, I know I'm not exactly making the same kind of content people probably want. I'm mostly just streaming as of right now. But I don't want to put a lot of energy into VODs until I see where this is going again. Mexico! Yeah, this is a cool map. I liked Forza Horizon 4's map, but I might like this one more. A little bit more scenic variety. And I can drive on the right side of the road. Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping you in this game from driving on either side of the road, but... This game frustrates me thinking about buying a Xbox, and I love arcade racing. People say you can play this arcadey, but that tuning bit scares me. Parts and stuff are cool, but tuning? You don't have to tune at all. Tuning is 100% optional. The game can be whatever you want it to be. In fact, I've never done any like manual tuning. So there's two different things. There's upgrading parts and then there's the manual tuning. For one, you can download other people's tunes in the community. So you can go online. I don't think I can do it from here. Well, you can go here. So this stuff here, the tuning, you don't have to do this. You're not going to have a bad gameplay experience if you don't do this. This is for people that want to be extremely competitive and min-max the game. It's cool that it's there, but you don't need to do it. And again, you can download other people's. So don't let that deter you, because I've played the past 3 Forza Horizon games. I've never once tuned a car, and I've had hundreds of hours of fun. So don't worry about that at all. Yeah. Followed me since I used to play World of Tanks. Yeah, that's... Most people say World of Tanks or DayZ. It's usually one of those. A Honda Civic Type R 2018. This is a... Wait, this is a Subaru. The, 209. Unless you were talking about something else. Where have you been? Twitch? I was on Twitch for a while. But also just trying to figure out career options. I got into voice acting for a bit, and I'm still sort of trying to get my foot further into the door of the voice acting realm. But I'm also gaining an interest in sound design and audio mixing. Whoops. Loving the demo reel on your website. Sounds amazing. Personal favorite was the Western fella. Yeah. What in tarnation? I'm glad you like the reel. Yeah, I mixed all the sound effects and everything. The funny thing is I'm most proud of the mix. So I mixed, I did the acting, but I have I've been growing my sound library. And so I threw in all of those sound effects. If you look down below on that website, there's 2 videos. There's like a Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision ad that I borrowed. And I ripped out all the effects, and I did all the sound effects for that as well. And then there's like a Disney Plus ad for like my commercial demos. mixed all the sound for that. I kind of want to redo that one. The Disney Plus one isn't as good as the Dolby one, but I did all the sound, added all every single sound you hear in that Dolby video I put in there, and I'm actually pretty proud of how it turned out. Didn't seem to run too bad on my PC, to be frank. Just need a gamepad to work with the Game Pass. This game is very optimized. The past few Forzas have been really, really well optimized games, especially for all the scenery and how good the game looks. Absolutely awesome. That is a game changer for me. Thanks for the info and thanks for the great content also. You're welcome. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, even if they're off topic, and I'll try to answer whatever I can. But this game, I'm not a hardcore racer. Look, I'm using an Xbox controller. I'm on PC, but I'm using an Xbox One controller. I don't even have a wheel. I would like a racing wheel, but I don't really play enough racing games to warrant buying one. This game can, I mean, you can go in, you can change the difficulty settings, you can make it more realistic and sim-like if you want it to be. Or it can just be a fun, casual arcade experience, and you just goof around. It's not, I mean, you can play single player, you can play with friends, you can play against, you know, complete strangers. So there's nothing to, like, get, you know, worried about or stressed out about. Just, I enjoy it. To me, this is a 100% casual experience. I don't really... I'm competitive about a lot of things, but this is not one of them. You know, I just try to... I'm gonna go get another barn find over here. That was easy. The Dolby one was amazing. Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
That is a 7-liter, 425 brake horsepower Hemi engine, and the scraps of a Dodge Dart. Let's get it back to the garage. Ayúdame.
That thing got a Hemi?
I'll get it running again. Wait until you see this.
Yeah, it's nice to get some feedback on that stuff, because I don't really, you know, I have a few friends that I share my work with. But the dangerous thing about sharing your work with friends is that you don't always know if they're trying to be nice and not tell you if something is terrible. I have a composer friend who, he and I talk about audio stuff all the time, and I can usually rely on him to tell me if something is bad. If something's bad, he'll definitely say it. And for the most part, I think most of my friends are honest with my stuff, but sometimes I feel like they're just being nice. So I think when you're wanting something to be critiqued, it's always best to just have people that don't know you as well listen to it, because that way your friends are used to your voice too. So when it comes to voice acting, your friends are so accustomed to how you sound that it sounds strange to them when you're trying to be a different character. And a lot of the times, I'll take a free GTR. A lot of the times in acting these days, it's not even about being a different character, it's about acting, right? Like it's just straight up. It's not Saturday morning cartoons where you have to sound like 50 different things. It's more about using your normal voice to be a believable character. And that's why, like, that one demo reel that's on there, it's considered the interactive gaming demo. It's because the way that games are trending these days is it's not about doing some sort of, hey, I got a different voice, or I talk like this, or whatever. You know, it's more just this voice, but being somebody else, you know? But it depends on the situation, you know? If you need Gollum to show up and be that character, then yeah, you got to change your voice. Or if you need it to be, you know, if you need to throw in an accent. Or... What do you use the shotgun mic for? I'm actually using it right now. So I have the two microphones. The Neumann TLM 103 is pretty much my go-to voice acting mic. The shotgun mic I have for field recording, mostly. So like if I go outside and I want to record the ocean or a car engine or something, you know, you grab that. I have like a little a pistol grip for it, and point it at your target, point it at whatever you want to record, and grab the sound for it. But I'm even using it for streaming. It's actually like right up here. You can kind of see it in the camera. But it's, sorry, I didn't mean to touch the mic. It probably made some noise. But yeah, I'm using that right now. Just dual purpose now. It's my streaming mic.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
H. John Benjamin Archer. And yeah. I mean, it of course it helps to be able to do different character voices. And I can, but the thing is, in terms of modern day auditions, a lot of studios they'll say that they're not looking for Saturday morning cartoon voices anymore. Now that depends on what industry you're trying to get into. If you're wanting to do kids Saturday morning cartoons, then yeah, having those voices comes in handy. But if you're trying to do serious, video game acting, a lot of the times it's more about just using your normal voice and focusing on being a great actor. But again, it depends. I mean, if you look at like a Pixar movie or a Disney movie, there's room for a silly voice. But even in those movies, there's the part of the movie that's funny, and then there's the part where there's like a serious moment. And then can that person act? Can that person be a serious character that has a problem? Because I also want to do, like, that demo is an interactive gaming demo, but I want to have an animation demo as well that's maybe a little bit more kind of over the top. But even then, though, if you think about a lot of films, they're just people's normal voices, just a bit more animated based on the situation. Even look at Toy Story, Tom Hanks. There's moments where he's serious about something, but then there's other moments where he's,
turn left.
Kind of just high pitched. Buzz, what are we gonna do? Oh my God! It's just kind of all over. And it just gets crazy and. Speaking of Lightyear, with Chris Evans, have you guys seen the trailer for that? Oh man, I'm hyped for that actually. You do sound engineering, mixing, and production? Nice! Yeah, I've been trying to get a little bit more into... That's the thing, when I started building demos for acting, I found that I was having fun mixing. And I started getting in. I just started collecting sound libraries, and I subscribe to Epidemic Sound so I can use their music and sound effects. But I also would just like buy different libraries, and then I would start going out. Like I started recording rain. I would go to the beach and just record the ocean. I've got like a Zoom, one of those Zoom H6s. Plug the shotgun mic into it. But I'd like to get into ambisonics, where you do spatial audio recording for surround sound and stuff like that. Dolby Atmos, that'd be cool to do. But I don't have like a proper mixing environment for, you know, Atmos. Permanent 10% increase in vent finish XP. Never done any voice actors or podcast. What do you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you mix specifically? Oh, you have Logic. That means you just got access to, I'm jealous. My friend uses Logic for composing. You guys just got access to those new Atmos tools, which I use Reaper for my DAW. And it's great. I love it. I love Reaper. But they don't have it. I don't think they have like dedicated Atmos support yet. I used to work for Apple. I was a technician. Prior to being a YouTuber. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I know I can talk about sound and audio and acting all day long. Most of my live streams are very off topic, so there are no rules. Well, there are certain subjects we probably are best avoiding, since, you know, we're here to entertain people and not share in the world's drama. I always forget I can pause. Yeah, I can do film scoring with all sorts of surround options. I don't really use that, though. I record and mix, produce bands, and run pro sound at events mostly. Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know how to mix music. I have a friend of mine who's a composer who... The guy just gets better and better. He blows me away, some of the stuff he does. He's even trying to learn a little bit more about mixing and mastering. For me, it's just been mostly sound effects, and now I'm trying to get into sound design, where I actually just make custom sounds. I've been trying to learn how to like layer audio and make different effects and things like that. There's still a lot I don't know. I'm self-taught. I don't have a degree or anything. I've often said that if I could go back in time to get an education, it would be in sound. But, you know, back then I didn't know what I wanted to do. As, you know, most of us don't know what we want to do after high school, right? Oh my goodness. Be nice if I could stay on the track. I'm sailing away. I almost dropped like right on that guy. It's Fish FPS bot in front of me. I'm liking this car. Mixing music is a whole different animal because the frequency spectrum gets very congested, so subtractive EQing becomes super important for not ending up with a huge muddy mess. Yeah, my friend, you know, he loves composing the music and you know, coming up with the beats and the melodies and all that stuff, but when it comes down to the mix, a lot of times he's sent his material off to a professional mixer. Even with sound design, like when I do a demo, like if you looked at the behind the scenes, like of my mix for a legendary 2021 for the Dolby demo, like just the amount of sounds that are just everywhere. You know, I have to go in and
Guess who's halfway towards securing funding for our next adventure? That would be me. Boom. Oh, sorry. Everyone thinks your driving is very impressive, too.
thanks, appreciate it. Wait, which was the one that we just, was it this one that we just got? It's got like a bat wing on it. Isn't this like the hero car of the game? Why am I on the road? This is... Got to really carve out a spot for every instrument so they're not stepping all over each other sonically. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's in some ways, I feel like I've even learned about that in mixing audio demos for, you know, with sound effects. Like I find that there are certain things that you have to pay attention to, and so there might be some similarities, but with music, it's a lot different. And it's like anything too, it's very subjective. I need to go find a road for this thing. Almost. Pretty mean looking car. Yeah, I think this is the car that's on the cover of the game. Look at that display, it's almost like an iPad. Burro! Dead. We just... How not to drive with SideStrafe. There's a reason your preamp has an 80 Hz high pass filter, for example. If every track has a bunch of extraneous 200 Hz noise in it, it sucks the life out of the stuff that you want there in the low end, I mean. Yeah, that's what I use for... I have that on my DBX, the preamp compressor that I have, which I originally bought when I was streaming. I don't really use it as much for acting other than to maybe help with some room noise. It's funny, like, just the amount of things I probably still don't know about sound is just, there's so much to learn. I've got a pretty good grasp of, like, dialogue EQ. I've got a fair understanding of industry loudness level standards. You know, I have loudness meters to make sure that I'm not above or below industry specs, but it's different for everywhere because there's like internet loudness standards, there's, you know, cinema standards, there's all, you know, different. But even dialogue editing, repair. Yeah, you can. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. 25 years and learn something new all the time. Wow. It gets taken care of by the mastering engineer, fortunately. So how many people are on a sound team? You have, I guess it depends on the project, but if you've got, you know, a mixer, somebody who does the mixing, somebody who does the mastering, potentially. If you're doing film, you might have the sound designer. But then sometimes, like, I've known people in game studios that do the sound design, the mixing, and the like, they do everything just because they're shorthanded, or, you know, the studio doesn't want, like, some places have a sound department and there's multiple people. I've had to sort of learn everything because, like, the voice acting I do, it's remote. So I do it from home and I send the material into the studio. There's a sign up there, but I'd have to figure out how to, like, jump off of something and get it. I wonder if there's like a weird hill. What? I wish this viewer counter on my stream deck would work. It's been stuck the whole time. Doesn't matter. It's like 16. Stream Deck doesn't seem to play as well with YouTube as it does Twitch. Do everything too, but I'm not mastering stuff for television and whatnot. I don't know all the nuances in terms of all the different mastering standards. Yeah. It's weird. On YouTube, it has to be below -14 dB. But for film, I think it's like -24, 21, something like that. 20 something for cinema standards. It's funny how different it is. Oops, excuse me. What is that car in front of me? Oh, that was a good pass. Oh, screwed up there, though. That count? Maximum loudness these days in music. Yeah, my composer friend loves to just crush everything. I have a loudness app, you know, that shows me all the meters and everything. But then I'm also listening between my studio monitor speakers and then a pair of Bear Dynamic DT770 headphones to kind of just listen to things on different devices. And that car's mean. That thing handles. Wait a minute, this isn't Halo. What? It's got a warthog in it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, amigo. Every racer who comes into the garage asks about you. I say you're coming for them next. You should see their faces. F100 is restored. That was fun. The white block is just how I remember. Come get it whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm actually not joking. I had it in the last game too, but DLC. Oh, it ain't no DLC. I forget it was under. There it is. M12S Warthog CST. Remember, this is a Microsoft published game, so yeah, it's pretty badass. I could buy it, but it would cost me 150,000 credits. How did I get it last time? I think I unlocked it last time. Doesn't have the minigun on it though. This is just like the, I don't know if it's like the civilian, it's supposed to be the civilian variant. Liang Dortmund. Christopher, good day to you as well. Mostly mix on Dyna Audio BM15As. Yeah, I got the, my studio monitors are kind of on the inexpensive end, the Cali Audio, I forget what they're called. They're kind of budget studio monitor, or studio monitors, but they get the job done. And then, like if I'm doing voiceover, I've got these DT770s for all that. These are just my casual kind of gaming headphones and music listening, because these are open back, so they have a wider sound stage than those do. And they're more comfortable. Those DT770s are horribly uncomfortable. Yeah, this is an 850,000 credit car. I have the money for it. The Hummer H2 of Warthogs. Pretty much. It's better. Let me AFK for a bit, chat. I shall return. I have returned. Classic Sony MDR 7506s. I think I know which ones those are. I think that's like the one of the industry standard headphones. I can picture them. I think it's between like those and those DT770s for like really flat, no coloration. No, I should save my money. I kind of want to get the Warthog, but I should save my money for buying more houses and things like that.
I don't know how he came to Mexico. I don't know how or why it was abandoned. All I know is that it belongs to you now, superstar. Here's the keys.
Oh, it's a freaking... If you ever mixed in a studio, you'd probably use them. I haven't gotten to be in a studio, but I think I know which ones they are. All the work I've done is from home. I converted my walk-in closet into a voiceover booth. They're only $100, so when Johnny Rockstar pukes at them, it's not the end of the... Yeah. Oh gosh. Just thinking about like what you probably have to deal with in terms of, like with me, all of my stuff, I'm the only person that uses everything. Like my Neumann microphone, my 103, the Sennheiser. I'm the only one using it, but now I'm thinking about, like, imagine if you're at a studio or you're doing a live event and you're working with artists and they're just abusing the hell out of the equipment. Because, you know, they potentially don't have the same level of respect for the, you know, for the hardware, and you don't know what their level of training or understanding of it is, and, you know, for them it's like, whatever, I'm just gonna stick this microphone in my mouth and like, you always wonder who has to like clean everything, like the microphones, and disinfect everything. This car is pretty fun. That's why musicians never touch the mics. Don't you ever touch this mic. Oh. No, no, no. Keep my eye on the one. Actually, time is flying when you're having fun.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
That's also why the Shure SM58 and 57 are such workhorses. They're basically indestructible. Yeah, I used to have the SM7B, which is more of like a broadcast mic, I guess. Yeah, that thing was built like a tank.
In 400 yards, turn left.
They make some good mics, but it was a...
Turn left.
I always get the mic types confused. There's dynamic and condenser. I guess, is that one a dynamic or condenser? No, that one's a dynamic. So, like with that one, you had to be a lot closer to it to get the best out of it. And I didn't need that. It was a good live streaming mic.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
But it's funny to think, like, I see I've been dealing with live streaming and YouTube for like 10 years, and it's funny you see all these live streamers that have dynamics. They all tend to get traditional microphone, like dynamic mics and things like that. And you always see, like, in their webcams, they have like the mic right in front of their face or whatever, and it's like, guys, get a shotgun mic. Like they always, a lot of people seem to think that the shotgun mic is only for, movies and TV shows or something. Some guy, they always picture a guy with the boom pole holding a mic over an actor. It's like, I've got this thing up here in the air, just pointing at me. It's out of the camera's view and it works fine, and I can increase the gain way more than I have it right now. I'm still sort of tweaking it. But I think a shotgun's the way to go for live streaming compared to a standard condenser mic.
You have arrived at your destination.
I do notice, though, especially with guys, a lot of guys like to sound bassier than they actually are. So they like to get the proximity effect of being like right up on the mic. They want to have that broadcast voice. And so they get those. They'll either just put themselves too close to the mic, and then or they'll get a mic that can do that to make them sound like that. And then you meet them in person. It's like, wait a minute, you don't sound like that. Like even this mic's a bit too sharp for my voice, which is why I prefer the Neumann for acting. But so it just does not let you. I shouldn't do this unless I upgrade one of these cars. With the streamer mics. Well, I mean, there are some good shotgun mics that aren't that much. There's Deity. I think, have you heard of the brand Deity? They make some pretty good affordable mics. Most of the top streamers and YouTubers, they're using that SM7B, and that's like what, a $300-400 mic still. There are alternatives. Like, you can get a shotgun for way less. Mic. I should clarify that we're not talking about firearms. Most streams sound like podcasts nowadays. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's a broadcast situation. But I do find it funny, like, when some people, they don't like understand like mic discipline, and they'll get like too close to it, and then you hear the pops, all the plosives. It's like, back away from your mic. Do not insert the mic into your mouth. Back off a little bit. Cheapest AKG condenser and Moto M2 interface use them. Oh, nice. It's not hard to get good sound. I always tell people, more often than not, I think it's more about sometimes just getting a decent mic, but treating your environment, making sure your room is isolated, and you know, if you have a wood floor, get a carpet, some curtains, some fabric, some, you know, wall panels to just make the environment. Like this environment isn't really all that noise treated, but I think the compressor is doing a good job, or the noise gate on the DBX compressor is doing a good job. The Xbox Live microphone. Yeah. This car still is not upgraded, and it's probably not going to give me a win unless, I don't know, if there's a lot of turns, maybe, but I think I'm going to lose in a straightaway. I remember the first YouTube video I ever made on an older channel I had was just a headset mic. It sounded so bad. I didn't know what I was doing. It was like a really bad headset mic. Then I remember the first like decent microphone I got was the Audio Technica AT2020. But it was USB, but it was still pretty decent. I still have it. I'm gonna rewind that. The AT2020 was like a workhorse microphone for my YouTube channel for many years. I want to say a large percentage of my videos were recorded with that mic, and I still mess this thing up. Whatever. That's what happens when I'm talking and driving at the same time, I guess. I need to upgrade one of these cars, though, for these races. This thing does not want to brake on this rainy track. Can we at least get fourth? That one always throws me off. I need to brake a lot earlier. Man, sliding off. Maybe I should turn the braking line back on just to practice. I don't know why it only lets me pick from these. Once again, thrown off by that. No, it's Joseph. Oh man, I just got like mega passed by everybody. Oh well. Your voice acting clips are pretty good. Thanks, I appreciate that. Does this game name bots for people who are on your friends list? Yes. Yep. I got beat by Joe Bot. 100% a 200, 300 condenser and some good sound treatment is all most people need to get 95% Taylor Swift quality capture. You've got to be a badass performer to really need more. Yeah, and admittedly, a lot of the hardware that I have is just because Legendary socks. A lot of the hardware I have is overkill for what I do even, but I think it's mostly because I'm like a hardware audio nerd and...
Right, listen to this. I met some American collectors at the festival last night, and
American.
they said they were close to tracking down a stone-cold classic right here in Mexico. So I was thinking, if we find it first...
After the AT2020, I had a Rode NT1, which was also a really good... Admittedly, that mic, I did my first voice acting job with that Rode NT1. Never heard a single complaint from, you know, the studio. The reason I got the Neumann was because it just played better with my voice, and it does pick up nuances. Like, if your room isn't treated though, that mic will detect any amount of noise in your room. It's very sensitive. But if you're trying to get like a really intense performance or get more nuance out of your delivery, that mic just, I mean, it's an industry standard for a reason. It's like a studio. It's as close as you can get without, it's pretty close to the U87, which is like in almost every acting studio. I think it's based on the same capsule anyway, so. Let's just say I traded in a lot of my mic collection for that. I traded in the Rode, I traded in, what else did I trade? Oh, I used to have I traded in 2 microphones for it. I had another one too, I can't remember the name of it. Joseph the breaking, Joseph the betrayer. Deal man. Racing, that wasn't one of my best races, but I did some other, I had some other ones that were pretty good. We got a Sanford and Son truck. I'd say voiceover is a bit different as well, since you're trying to get a super clean and nuanced tone in your voice. Most singers aren't that deep in terms of vocal timbre. Yeah, I definitely don't know much about singing, or anything about singing, other than the terrible singing I do when I'm not around other human beings. But,
Hey, mi amigo. It's ready. You can come down and collect the escort now.
But the other thing too was, like, I had my the Rode NT1, while it was a good mic, I found I had to be a lot closer to it to really get it to perform You know how they usually do the hang 10 distance away or whatever. Whereas with the Neumann, I can be a lot further back from it, because with acting, especially if you're putting the voice in the mix and you want the character to sound like they're outdoors or further away from the camera, you have to kind of either remove the low end EQ or actually perform by standing further away from the mic. And I found that the Rode just wasn't that great further away, but the Neumann, I can be like 2 feet away from it and kind of get different performances. You know, I can go close to it and get one kind of performance, and then stand a foot away, 2 feet away, and get a completely different performance. Especially if I have to yell, if I'm like in a situation where you're pretending to be in a firefight or something, or you're outdoors in a battlefield or whatever, and you need to do some yelling or shouting, you get further away from it, and it just picks up everything just perfectly. You got to adjust the gain and all that, but karaoke strafe when? Never. Battlefield just got an update concerning the rubber banding, and there were some other fixes as well. This was what I was hoping for exactly. Hopefully it is now better. Everyone will have to let me know. Deal, man. People are asking me to play Battlefield, but I don't know, man. The Portal interests me more than like the base game. Because, Deal Man, I saw somebody was making they were using the Portal, which you can make your own server, and you can modify all the rules. So you can decrease the time to kill, you can do other things that I can't think of right now. So, my cameras, gotta focus. I think we're focused. Well, you can create your own server. The return of hardcore Battlefield on the SideStrafe channel. It would have to be an amazing game for that to happen. I mean, for me to like want to like really focus on it. Dead. What's my favorite video that I've ever made? I don't know. I really enjoyed doing the Uncharted 4 and Horizon Zero Dawn playthroughs. Those were very unsuccessful videos on my channel. The viewership on them stinks. Potentially some of the worst viewership I've ever had. But I had so much fun playing those games. That, I don't know, that I thought that they were a fun filming experience. I mean, like Horizon Zero Dawn is an open world game, and I edited it so that each episode would feel like a TV show or a movie. So I think in terms of a presentation, it's one of my finest endeavors. But it was not successful at all because nobody wanted to watch me do a single player game playthrough. And there's other channels that were beating the games faster than I was, and people just wanted to kind of get in and get out. they wanted to see the end of the you know, I had a comment once. Somebody was like, because I would release a video every other day. I would play, edit, and it would be like a 5-hour editing session. And then the next day I would upload it. And that was it was every other day was a new video. But I had a comment once that said, "Oh man, I'm loving your playthrough, but I really had to see the ending, so I watched somebody else beat the game." And it was like, oh. So, I mean, it was kind of demoralizing to hear that, because there were people that had the game like 2 weeks in advance, a week to 2 weeks in advance. So they could finish the game before I could. And they weren't editing theirs, so they would just play it, no edits. Boom, new video every day. Boom, 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 boom. Just their content dump. And I wasn't willing to do that. And so, it was like, kind of had me rethinking doing playthroughs on the channel. But I still think that was probably one of my best presented series. And then Uncharted 4 was just so much fun to play through as well. But I don't know. I mean, as far as other like standalone videos, I can't think of what one video. The DayZ video, the DayZ first impression video is always going to be near and dear to my heart, because it's the video that made the channel go viral back then, And it was just such an interesting time to have this brand new genre. You were there for the beginning of a genre. Even though, most people are sick of that genre now, it was still the start of something new. So to be there, to be like one of the first guys on the planet to film that game, it's kind of an achievement, for me, right? To have introduced Arma 2 and DayZ mod to thousands of people, it's kind of cool to me, right? Like I did something. For better or worse, I introduced that to a lot of people. Because most people didn't know what the hell Arma was, let alone DayZ. So I am proud of that video, but played PlanetSide 2 briefly, not for very long. Did you see Frankie on PC came back to YouTube? I did, actually. Funny enough, there was a comment on one of my YouTube videos by somebody who's like, "SideStrafe's back? What's next? Frankie in 1080p is gonna come back?" And he was just joking. And then a friend of mine the other day, Fish, he's like, "Dude, did you see Frankie came back?" I was like, "Really?" I thought he was a lawyer, like, because he gave up when he was making YouTube videos. He was, I think, getting a law degree, so, and then he became like a lawyer or something. And, he was just running that channel as a hobby, but the guy would get millions of views on videos, even just treating the channel as a hobby. And, yeah, I never made it to his level, but, and then another friend of mine, Bombadil, was like, "Frankie's back too. Would you guys plan that?" I'm like, "No, I never met the guy." He explained. He explains what happened in one of the new videos. Yeah, I haven't really watched him. I admittedly didn't follow him that much. Frankie's a doofus studying law yet trying to scam a 3D artist friend of yours? I don't know anything about that. I really don't know much about the guy. I can't say anything other than I know he used to create some interesting DayZ videos. Like, I know they were all kind of like scripted, like he would create scripted content. which I don't know if he admitted that they were scripted or people found out or what the deal was, but I think it's a pretty well-known fact that he scripts his videos. Not that there's anything wrong with that. TV is all, it's entertainment. Movies and TV are scripted. Who cares? If it's fun or funny, then whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to kind of look at his new content, see what he's up to, just out of curiosity. Yeah, he had millions of subscribers back when it was pretty uncommon to have that kind of level of growth and viewership. Having already best game, etc. was wait. My only issue with the Horizon playthrough was that it didn't have enough of your thoughts and views on it. I know you were doing that on purpose to follow the game to sing for itself. But having already beat the game, etc., I was there just to watch rather than the game. The quality of the video and editing was amazing, by the way. Yeah, I appreciate that. I felt like the game was so cinematic that I felt like if I was talking over stuff, I think here was the problem. I edited out, because I live streamed that game and recorded it, and so I think I probably edited out a lot of my thoughts. Like, oh, this game is beautiful and look at these graphics and da-da-da-da-da. I probably removed that stuff from the playthrough, and that's probably what you wanted in it. But I was with the edit, I think I was going for a cinematic playthrough where I didn't talk during the cutscenes and... Well, I never talk during cutscenes. That's just what I do. But you probably really only saw like the kind of just more movie-like or cinematic gameplay elements. He wanted the Gauss rifle from Crisis 1-1. My friend refused since that's plagiarism. Then they had a bunch of back and forth with Frankie not wanting to pay him for the work he did. Oh, that sucks. Well, the more you know. Bunch of drama over that. I just enjoyed his content regardless. That sucks, Steel Man. Yeah, there was some other drama too about him showing off some exploit in Counter-Strike or something. I don't remember too much about it, but nowadays, the funny thing is nowadays there's so much drama on YouTube and between content creators. Probably makes that look like, nothing. But I don't know. Yeah, that's unfortunate though that your friend got screwed over. But anyways, I have to take off, guys. Unfortunately, I have a Zoom meeting that I have to get to in like 30 minutes or so. My plan is to return for another stream today. Do like either midday or nighttime stream. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I'm still considering like a Quake 1 nostalgia night thing or something like that. But otherwise, Halo is an option. I'm still thinking about Battlefield. We were talking about War Thunder. I feel like War Thunder would probably frustrate me in some way, but that might be interesting to just check it out again. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Ace, good talking to you about the audio stuff. Always nice to chat about sound with people. Everybody else, thank you again for hanging out, watching, lurking, and chatting. All of the above. Hopefully I'll be back on later today. If you want to get notifications, please hit that bell button to get notified of the next live stream, and as well as videos and things of that nature. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Peace.